Elevate, Mob Ties, and then that's it. That's really it. Nonstop is kind of there, but it's not. So yeah, it's just
And
Mob
what did I
Ties and
just
Elevate.
say? Did I not just say that 2 or 3 good songs does not make a
There
good
we
album?
go.
I know.
100% Sebastian. 100%.
You can't shout out a
And his
bad
rap side
album
is 12
and say
songs.
it's honorable mention. Forget
Let
it.
me leave my cape on. Alright, Drake, I'm
Mama
sorry,
snap
dog.
your cape,
Yeah,
boy.
Scorpion.
Get outta here.
Scorpion needs some work, dog.
You know what's
Say that
Alright.
shit, bro. That shit was garbage.
Wait, you know what's interesting? No one brought up Pusha T's album, and that's got a lot of.
It has no
No one
replay
brought up
value.
Daytona. I agree.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, like it's the same thing with KOD. I don't get it, bro. It's like I love the artwork. Or like, all right, let me be more specific. Like, okay, I feel like Pusha T's album was just like J. Cole's Folding Clothes album. It was like, yo, lyrically bomb, story bomb, but I can't sit there and listen to that again. Like, it's not. It's substance, but it's not like. It's just a story. Like, it's a great story. And I don't think you replay great stories unless, like, somebody dies or something.
Nah,
That's tough to say.
Nah, I mean,
I don't know about that
I
one.
would never say that. That's actually too far for me. I wouldn't say that I don't like it because it's a story.
Are you going to sit there
I
and
would
listen to
say
the
I
J.
don't
Cole
like
Folding
it.
Clothes album again? Come on.
I have, and it's.
I mean, I have to.
But we're not talking about that. We're talking about Daytona. And all I have to say about Daytona, I agree with Sebastian. Sebastian made an excellent point that it has no replay value. I don't think it does either. I go back to maybe.
But that's the same point. We're making the same point.
No, but you
can't replay
we don't have
it.
to use other albums for it. Like you don't like. Let's
Oh,
talk
I'm
about
giving
that
an
album.
example, like of
Yeah,
other
let's talk
artists
about
that are
album.
good.
Like, why was it not replayable? It wasn't because it was a story. It's because Pusha didn't master. He's aggressive. We all know Pusha's an aggressive rapper, but he didn't master that aggressiveness enough on this album to make me be like, "Wow, this song's a bump." It's just like, all right, he rapping. So yeah,
Who produced that
it's not
album?
that it's a story. It's just that he's just
Yeah,
not making it
Tony
sound.
Bradley.
Yeah. It was executive.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fucking. All right, leave me alone. Okay.
Yeah. What's next?
You
We're
know
talking
what
about
album we didn't? You know what album we didn't mention? The Swiss Beats album. That shit was fire. Fire.
No, the album we didn't mention that deserves mention is Nipsey Hussle's album because that shit was fire.
Oh yeah.
Nipsey
That's
Hussle.
definitely
You
up
said
for
that
that album.
yesterday.
Victory Lap was a good album.
That Swiss Beats album was a bump though. That's the sound Pusha needs to be on. You just said Pusha needs that aggressive sound. He needs.
I'm saying he has.
Yo, did I just sell my David Silva? Oh, I'm hot.
This man on Ultimate Team. All right, that's hysterical. Wait, no. Pusha has that aggressive sound. He just doesn't carry it.
He doesn't put it in
well
the right.
enough.
Like he doesn't do it right. Yeah.
It wasn't carried well enough for me to want to keep listening to it. Like, that's what it is. That's all I have to say about that album. He didn't carry it well enough.
Logic album also came out this year. Bobby
Logic?
too. That was a good album.
Logic album?
No,
I'm
that
not
was a
gonna
good
lie to
album.
you. I didn't hear it. I didn't listen.
You know something? I can't take Logic serious.
I agree somewhat.
I agree.
He's
It's almost
almost-
corny, but there's some good songs though.
It's not just that he's corny. It's that, like, he's excessively corny to me. Like, I get it. I get the positivity. But you could be positive without, like, doing all that. He's hashtag doing too much. That's it. He's doing too much about everything. So, that's it. But he's a good rapper. I'll give it to Logic. Logic could rap better than a lot of people. It's just, I don't want to hear it. If that
I was
makes
waiting
sense.
on my dog Big Shine to drop an album this year, but he went ghost.
Nobody likes Big Sean.
Hot take.
That's not a.
Big Sean is so mid, and you will never accept
That was
it.
aggressive.
Talk about it, Sebastian. Talk about it.
Nah, we'll
That was
find you the
aggressive.
song.
We don't have to because he
Big
hasn't
Sean-
he hasn't
no,
done
Big
anything
Sean's
this year.
mid.
So
How's
why are
Big
we
Sean
going to talk
mid?
about it? He's literally done nothing.
Big Sean's mid. Tell me how Big Sean's mid.
He is. What do you want me to tell you? He's mid.
Big Sean hasn't dropped a horrible project yet.
You're right.
Some of your
he hasn't
favorite
dropped a
artists have
horrible
garbage
project,
projects.
One
but
with Metro Boomin.
He's consistently dropped the same project over and over again. It's always been mid. It's always going to be mid. He's never advanced in his career.
He's always on the come up in his songs. It's always about him coming up or someone doubting him. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it.
Hall of Fame, him coming up. Finally famous, him coming up. All right, I get it. Dark Sky Paradise was not about him coming up. I
I
decided
don't
it was
fuck
not
with
about him
you.
coming
Like
up.
all this shit, it's haters are coming up. It's about haters are coming up. That's it.
And
like,
then you said the Metro Booming album. Yeah, the Metro Booming album wasn't my favorite either.
yeah, it was pretty bad. I ain't like it. And shout out to
That
Metro.
song
Metro's
with
a great
21 though,
producer.
no, that song with 21
That's
slapped.
a gym
He was
ball.
whispering.
Yeah, I said it wasn't my favorite. But he hasn't put out a bad project. That's my point.
Shit was a banger.
So how is
You're right.
What is the
what's
standard
bad?
for a
Like
good project? Because
you
I
roasting
don't
him
know-
because he talks about coming up, but okay, he has 2 albums about coming
Because
up.
I disagree
All right,
with you
like-
that he hasn't put out a bad project. Because I think if you can't like change, and I don't want to say change, if you can't get better and you keep talking about the same stuff over and over, that's irrelevant subject matter, then yeah, the new albums are trash because they're the same as the last one.
I
I
think
just
Sean
go back and
hasn't
listen to the last
grown.
one.
I think Sean hasn't grown lyrically, but he's grown mentally. But Sean lyrically has always been good. So if he doesn't grow, it's like, damn, he doesn't grow, but he was never bad. But he's grown mentally, and you can see the mental growth in all of his work.
Big Sean
But
rapped
he's just a
when
non-religious.
16.
He's just a non-religious Chance the Rapper. Get out of here.
Oh my god! Now that Sebastian got a point there. It's just
They both
Yo.
rap corny bars.
corny.
That's all they do.
I never got on the Chance hype. Like,
Nah, I was on the Chance hype back then.
Me and Sebastian went to that Chance album, and it was not.
Chance 3.
I mean, the
SoundCloud
Chance
Chance?
concert, the Chance concert.
No,
We
I
went to
wish
the
I went to
Chance
SoundCloud
concert.
Chance because I
SoundCloud
fucks with
Chance is
SoundCloud
different.
Chance.
No, I wish I saw that acid rap Chance. That would have been fire.
You weren't
What?
there for Acid Rap Chance?
I
You
mean,
don't
we
like
was
3
listening to
Chance?
him in the car,
Yeah, back
but we
then?
weren't like, not the Chance with the number 3 on his hat. That's not for me, baby. Nah, I don't like it. I mean, I get it. He got a daughter. He a family man and everything. So I understand. You don't want to be rapping about doing acid no more. But God, I ain't trying to listen to that. That's
gospel? Come on. Let us get our hip hop gospel vibe.
I'm really not trying to sit there and listen to the gospel in a rap album though.
And it's not that you can't be religious and rap. 'Cause
Unless
Kendrick
it's
brings
like,
religion into
yeah,
rap.
Kendrick. Damn was a religious
Kendrick-
album. That shit was fire.
It was super religious. People don't even talk about Damn enough, but like just being how deep it was with like Deuteronomy and all the stuff it talks about. And it's coming from an atheist. Like that was a good album with a lot of religious inspiration behind it. So I thought you could do it. It's just Chance comes across corny and preachy when he does it. So that's
All
pretty
right.
much it.
So
Who's breathing hard? Who's breathing hard?
that's probably Antonio. Antonio, big ass nose, dog. Take the mic out your nose.
Hey, relax, bro. Don't come
It
at
was
me.
Loki Sebastian. It was Loki Sebastian. That's why he's
Yeah,
relaxed.
I was
He's
gonna say,
trying
that
to. He's trying to. All right. So what we're gonna do is we all gave our 3. What we're gonna do is we're all gonna pick the best out of the 3. So Danny, I don't know what your 3 were because you went on talking about your sleepers and all of this shit. So you got to tell us your 3 again. But I'm gonna say my 3 again, and then we're gonna talk about it. So I had Meek, I had K Dot or Black Panther, and I had what did I have? See, my memory is bad. This from Smoking
See,
Too
this man
Sweet.
just forgets the albums that you be saying.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the I said
Because
it.
you changed
know
it like
You
it.
said,
5 times.
I think you said
No.
Carter 5. Did you not say Carter 5?
Oh yeah,
Carter
Meek,
5.
Carter 5, and the Black Panther album. I personally think out of those 3, when I'm not thinking about lyrics and shit like that, I want to say Black Panther. But if we dive into rap album of the year, I want to say Meek. But since we're just talking about album of the year, I'm going Black Panther.
Yeah, I had East Atlanta Love Letter. I had the other 2 I had were Smino's album, Smino Noir, and what else did I? JID's album, DiCaprio 2. But for me, East Atlanta Love Letter takes it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I put East Atlanta Love Letter out of those 3 too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have took DiCaprio. I fucks
Yeah?
with Jid. Yep.
I thought it was great. The cohesiveness of Black's album was great to me.
Yeah, I think Black's album and since we're being really specific, I think Black's album had a lot more impact than
Yeah. Who's next? Antonio, what was yours?
I said Denzel Curry's album. I said Mac Miller's album, and I said it was between. I'm gonna put Lil Wayne's album and KOD. I'm gonna go KOD instead of Lil Wayne.
You know KOD.
You thought KOD's album
Yeah,
was better than
KOD.
Carter 5?
Yeah.
That's not a bad pick though. I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at KOD. What did you say? You said Mac's album?
Max album.
Mac, KOD,
Denzel's album.
Denzel Curry.
Out of those three, I'd take Mac album.
I'm going Mac. Yeah. And then Seb.
I'm gonna go Denzel.
I had Drip Harder, Lil Baby and Gunna, and then I had Redemption by J Rock and Oxnard by Anderson .Paak.
I think for me, I think I have to pick J Rock.
You Sebastian.
I'm not going with J Rock.
I know who you're going with.
I'm going with Oxnard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Out of those three, I think I'd agree with you. Oxnard is the best. Just because Anderson .Paak is a great musician overall.
Who needs a?
Overall, it was the best one. Beats, melodies, lyrics, it had everything.
Mixing, Dr. Dre mixed that entire thing.
Yep. That has
doesn't sound as good.
so much work from so many people.
No, yeah, I 100% agree. That's an effort right there.
I also fucks with the BJ the Chicago Kid feature on that album.
Oh yeah,
That shit always slaps.
He kills all
Anytime
the
that
features.
BJ and Cheeky Andy are on the same song, it's a banger. Certified.
Yeah, BJ Chicago Kid's great. He's crazy for a Chicago person to be hanging with the West Coast like that because he really does do a lot with West Coast people. But yeah, I think we all covered our albums of the year. I think we covered that well.
I want to touch this Meek though. I feel like Meek's album don't get no credit.
I think it was Meek's best album. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at that either. It might have been
I feel
Meek's
like he
best
got
album.
overlooked. Like,
Yeah,
His album also just came out though.
I also think there was a lot of projects that dropped this year. It was really project heavy year.
Yeah, it was very saturated this year. Yeah, but back to Meek. I think he grew a lot, like as an artist, as a rapper, about his subject matter. Because this is like the first time I didn't hear him mention a Rollie on like 3 straight songs. So I'm no hate to Meek on his work before because he was fire before, but you could tell he's rapping about regular stuff now.
The
About
subject
stuff he's
matter
been through.
changed.
The subject
yeah,
matter
the
is so much
subject matter
better.
changed.
It's just
I'd
so
say
much
he had
better
that
now.
talk with him. You think if Meek drops in the summer, he has album of the year?
No.
No, it's not
Really?
album of the year, but it's talked about more. It's talked
Or
about
at least
for sure.
Yeah,
rap
we talking
album
about-
of the year.
A
At
bit
least
more,
rap
yeah.
album of the year.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I'm not talking about your standards. I'm talking about just like the public standards because
Industry
some people that are
standards.
up,
I think-
industry
I don't-
standards because people,
I don't think
people
so,
that people got nominated for rap album of the year industry standards that I don't think would be up there in front of Meek. Like I don't put the Trav album as a rap album of the year before Meek.
That's facts.
But Trav's album's
like-
up there because of numbers, though. That's different.
Trav put up.
Yeah,
good
Trav's
year this
album
year.
is the ridiculous
Trav had a
number.
good year. Like overall, I think he had the best year.
Trav
of
had an
rap.
amazing year.
I really.
But
think
then
he had the best
that's
year of rap.
album wise. I'm talking about. I said rap. Like he should. That album deserves some type of credit.
But
Like,
Trav is.
that
I
needs-
like the album, but it's not the best album that came out this year or best rap album that came out this year.
I agree.
It's just not. It's good. There's a couple songs that I love. Like you could play "Can't Say," and I love that song. But besides that, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's not any other song that makes me feel like that. Like I think Travis talented. I think the producers he has are talented. I think whoever his engineer is, who makes his voice sound that good, is talented because we got to put some credit for the engineers there. But
Shout out to his manager Carly.
But yeah, besides that, it's just not. It's not as good as other projects are or have been this year.
I feel like Trav caught the Kardashian and Drake wave and wrote it.
He wrote the Drake wave.
Yeah, you didn't see, bro. Later on, you didn't see all this like shit Drake was doing for him. Drake was like shouting out Trav, putting up his numbers. Like, yeah,
Nah, but
you
Trav
get
gonna
shot up
come
by
out.
Drake, you niggas
Trav
gonna
been
crawl.
putting out
Drake
fire.
shouts you out,
No,
niggas crawl
Drake's
out.
cosign-
Drake shouts you
Drake's
out, and
cosign is
niggas
not that
crawl out the
valuable.
corners to come.
No,
Niggas
Drake's
crawl out the
cosign
corners
is
to
not that
support you.
valuable. I
Nah,
100% disagree with you.
I know a Drake cosign can blow you up. Look at Block
Drake
Drake.
cosign will
Drake-
blow you up, bro.
Drake has hurt.
will kill
Drake has
you.
hurt more
Why-
careers.
why-
Drake has hurt more careers than he's helped.
If Drake
No,
says your name, you get it blown
Drake
up.
has hurt.
Yeah.
Drake has hurt
You
more
ever heard
careers
of
than he's
Division
helped,
album?
and we're not doing this.
Exactly. Have you heard any one of Division's projects? No. I know you have.
Nope.
Exactly. And who are they signed to?
Drake got a sweatshop on OVO, bro. That
Exactly.
shit is not. It's not a label.
What you mean, my nigga Roy Woods? Roy Woods
gets no
shifty
recognition.
fuck.
Exactly. That's the point Sebastian's making. Sebastian's making that point. Roy Woods is a great singer, very talented
Yeah, but
musician, and gets no
Nobody knows
recognition.
about him. Yeah.
Why? Because
Not just Roy
he's
Woods.
a Drake
Roy Woods,
artist.
Division, everybody that's on OVO
Everybody.
aside from Drake
Even
gets no
Party.
airplay.
Even Party should have put out an album this year, no question. And he should be selling. Party's someone who's talented enough, and popular enough to be selling at least 200,000 in the first week. I know he can. But
But maybe Drake shouldn't have his own.
No.
Maybe Drake shouldn't have his own shit. Just like how Eminem really shouldn't have been in charge of his own shit. I don't think Drake should be in charge of his own shit.
I mean, yeah, and I'm happy about
He's gonna overshadow everyone.
Because Shady label didn't really bring up much. I mean, we know Royce the 5'9", but like Shady's label didn't blow up like that.
My whole thing
But that's
is
why they
that Drake
overshadow. Like,
cosign. Drake's cosign is not that valuable. Travis was already known when
Yeah, he
Drake
was
said
already
anything
known.
about Travis. So we're not doing that. We're not giving Drake credit for Travis.
Yeah, Travis's year.
whoa!
I'm
I
not
never
giving
gave
anyone
Drake credit for Trav. I said he's riding that little wave, bro. Drake, if Drake
But
shouts
that's
out,
what
you're gonna
he
get
is.
you're gonna
Drake
get a
is a
wave.
vulture.
You're going to get a wave.
Drake is a vulture.
Yeah.
Drake is a
No,
vulture.
I think Drake rode Travis wave more than Travis rode Drake wave.
Facts.
If we
I
think
agree
about
with
it,
that. Yeah.
because Sicko Mode was going to be a big song either way. That's a good song, just with Travis on it, right? That helped.
I don't
Drake.
think Sicko Mode is as big without Drake. Everyone, I know, but I'm not talking about just
No,
like
it's not
us
as
and
big
people
without
listening to
Drake.
music. Yeah.
But like, it's going to be a good song. Drake took.
I know
Drake
people.
knew that was a good song.
I know
Hop
people
on
that. I know people who have found a way to just cinch Trav's part and just keep Drake's part, and that was it. That's their Sicko Mode. So Sicko Mode doesn't do it without Drake. I think the whole
does do
shit
it
behind Sicko Mode,
I think it
which
does do it without
Sicko Mode we're gonna talk about later because it has to deal with Ye. But Sicko Mode is big because of the background to it, and Drake made Sicko Mode.
I don't want to say he made Sicko Mode. That song was
Yeah, it's still a
good
Travis
without-
song.
That song was good.
No,
without-
Travis.
Travis
When I
still
mean
making that
made,
song.
I mean he. When I say made, I don't mean he produced it or like
No, I know. I'm not saying he
made it.
produced it. You're saying he made
Yeah.
it big. I think it would have
Yeah.
been big either way. We can't say anything for sure. I think it would have been big either way. Drake made it bigger, but I'm not gonna lie to you. There's elements to Sicko Mode where it's just like, I'm not gonna lie. When the beat switches for the Take Keith part, the Take Keith produced part, and Drake starts rapping, that Drake verse wasn't that good.
Facts. Talk that shit, gang.
It wasn't that good.
Let's bring up
Nah,
the Drake
really.
verse. Let's
And then,
bring up the whole
wait,
Drake
he
verse.
said, that man said, I popped half the Xan, 13 hours until I land, had me out like a light. And we're going to pretend he didn't steal that from Famous Dex.
Facts.
We're going to pretend
All right,
he didn't
let's
because
bring
he
up-
obviously
let's bring
did.
it up. But when has Drake ever been so like lyrically like to the point gifted? We always point shit out about Drake. He always says some weird shit. We just like what?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So, like,
He just makes poppin' music.
I'm not,
But Drake is just an artist. I've never called Drake like the best rapper. Drake ain't no best rapper. Drake
I'm not saying he's the best
a big-
rapper, but what I'm
yeah.
saying is, I'm not trying to focus on sales. Sales don't mean shit. Vince Staples didn't sell shit, and his album better than Drake's album, and I don't want to hear it
Facts.
because it just is. He don't sell shit. What I'm saying is, just because he's
Yo,
making something more
I'm
popular,
glad you
don't
brought
mean
up
he's
that
making
Vince
something
album.
better.
That Vince album was a feel, dog. Like I listened to that album and I got Feels Like Summer and I got something else off of it on the downloads. But the rest of the album, like you can listen to it again. You have to listen to it in order. If it's a feel, the whole album's a feel. I like
The
it.
thing is, he put out a 22-minute album with 2 interludes, and it's still a good album. and he didn't even call that his album. He put that out. That's a piece of work. He didn't say
It's a warm-up
anything.
project.
That's a
It's a
warm-up
warm-up
project.
project.
That's basically a mixtape. And he killed that shit. So shout out to young Vincent, Dashy Vincent on that, because that's just excellent.
All right, so you were saying from Sicko Mode, you said when he said take Keith, fuck these niggas up, and then what?
I'm talking about
She's in love with who I am.
first overall. No, I'm not talking about the half a Zan thing was weak. Like, and people love that part. That was weak. That was one of the weakest
How are
things
you
I've
out
ever
for
heard.
13 hours on half a Zan? That's what I like.
That's what I'm saying. But that's not even
Because he's a
about
whole
that.
31-year-old father, bro.
Yeah, facts. He a father. Let's not even talk about this. But what I'm saying is he stole that from a rapper who people consider is lesser than him. Like, he stole that from Famous Dex. Famous Dex said, whatever about Zans, I just landed in Japan. I know this song Japan, like, me tripping. So, I don't know. Drake, he had a good year. I mean, he sold records, whatever. He made his money, but music-wise,
All right, y'all boys got a favorite song? You know, this the year is done.
Song?
Might as well shout out your favorite song. Yeah. You can't really like talk about debate a song of the year. Just
That's
what's your favorite
that's
song.
difficult because I
Yeah.
have so many songs I loved this year.
All right. I'm not going first because I got to go through my
Yeah, I
playlist
can't go
real quick.
first. I was not prepared for that. Let me think about it.
I'm going off the top of my dome because you know my phone's recording the whole thing. So I'm gonna just say I really liked Cold Blooded off of the Swizz album.
Okay.
I think it was a feel like I like that Pusha T. It was aggressive. It was like you fuck with me, I'm coming for your neck. You already know it. It's that type of feel. And Swizz was on with the aggressive beats. I liked it.
That's weird.
I'm gonna say sold out dates. Lil Baby and Gunna.
I like that
Okay.
pick by you. I love that pick by you. That's actually excellent. Damn. I'm going to have to say, I don't know if it's my favorite song of the year, but I can't pick that right now. But right now, I'd say my favorite song is the Meek song with Jay-Z and
What's Free?
What's Free? Yeah, because that has two of my favorite verses of the year.
Did that
Because
Meek album have skips?
three.
Man, fuck that shit. That Meek album deserves number one. Stop talking
No,
about
yeah,
this. This
because
get me hot.
Rose verse incredible. I don't want to. That was actually one of my favorite Rick Ross verses because I just thought it was excellent. And then Meek had a great verse, and we don't even need to talk about the Jay-Z verse because we all know how good it was. But yeah, I'll pick that one.
Big Fist is a Man, I believe, is friends.
Yeah, What's Free? Yeah, that's my song of the year.
All right, Antonio.
I
What you
would say
got?
my song of the year is Trap from Boz and J. Cole.
Oh, I like that pick a lot.
It's a good pick.
That's a really good vibe.
I like that pick. I like that album. Loki, we didn't shout out Boss. Boss's Milky Way album, I loved it. It was great. I should have brought that up too. as a
Heavily
sleeper,
slept on
but
album.
Heavily slept on. I 100% agree. Shout out Dreamville, Loki. Just so much talent there.
All right. Now let's get to what I really wanted to fucking talk about.
Of course.
I was calling this shit from Kanye 2 fucking years ago when everybody was tripping. They're like, oh no, it's just Ye. He's not slipping. You know, he'll come back. You already know. Like, it just got worse. This year, I didn't think it could get any worse until fucking a couple days ago and he went on that whole entire rant. But I've been calling this shit. But I tried to look on his side and now I'm trying to I want to cape for him because I want to at least, you know, remember Kanye is a great. So I'm going to try to cape for him and tell me if I'm caping too hard. But I'm on record as saying that he's fucking crazy. But I'm going to cape for him.
Say what you gotta say.
Pay for him.
So Kanye's last projects, I want to say, have a whitish sound. I want to say he lost his black element. But I don't think he's crazy. I think Kanye knows what he was doing, and I think Kanye was trying to gather everyone. And I feel like he doesn't really support Trump. I can't see him really supporting Trump. Unless he really is crazy, I can't see him really supporting Trump. So I see that Trump move as hey, let me try to tip my toe over into this other side, see if I can connect with them. If I can connect with them, which he did, he's connected with them because of the Kardashians, because of what he's doing with his music, what he's doing with Trump. He's connected with that white element. He's like, yo, I already got them here. All right, I'm gonna make this move with Trump. And I feel like he made the move with Trump knowing that it was gonna end bad, not on his part, because obviously Kanye in the social light has been very happy, very sad. I want to say, what's the word for it? He a very vulnerable person. Yeah. He's been very vulnerable. So when you connect, like, if you have a friend who's like that, he's nice, he's vulnerable. You know, he seems like he doesn't know the rights and the wrongs of the world. Like, Kanye was acting like he didn't know Trump was racist and that America's racist. That's basically that's how I felt Kanye was going off. He looked like he was playing dumb. Yeah, he was just playing dumb. He was playing ignorant to a whole bunch of shit. But I feel like he was doing it on purpose. And I feel like that opened the eyes of his white crowd. And I feel like low key that kind of helped us because the white crowd that he gathered kind of saw, yo, Trump's a dick. Kanye went over there talking about, I'm just trying to help my community. I want to give back to my home. And Trump kind of like just patted him off. Like, it's kind of rude. And when you
I think you're taking a little bit too hard for me.
A little too hard.
No. But then this is where I think he was caping. I'm like, damn, maybe I am caping. But then when I was looking on social media and I'm seeing like, yo, Kanye's white base is really saying like, yo, Trump didn't have to do that. Trump supporters that support Kanye was like, why was Trump acting so rude? I feel like that move, even no matter how crazy it is, I'm on record saying that this shit is stupid, that he's lost and he needs help. No matter how crazy it is, it did something. Like, there are Trump supporters that like Kanye that no longer support Trump no more. Because I think that was just it. Like, they got to see.
I think you're reaching.
To say that you're reaching. You're reaching.
But I want to reach. I love Kanye. I want to reach for him.
You're reaching.
Yeah, but I think you can reach in a different way where it's not so outlandish. Because that you lost me. I don't think it works like that.
Yeah,
I think Trump's pull is much heavier. Trump's pull into his community is much heavier than Kanye's pull into Trump's community.
Then I also like his whole being on. I like the fact that he's with Adidas because how the racist white community, they ran from Nike. And where'd they run to? They ran right over to Adidas.
But he was with Adidas way before that. Though.
I know.
You gotta understand.
I didn't say that was his move. I said I like the fact that he's with Adidas. I can't cape for him anymore because I can't delve into his mind. And then I'm just caping music wise. Like, I'm caping for his music, not his actions. I'm saying his music. The reason why it's been slipping lately, musically, was because he's trying to gather a whole different.
Yeah, but then you started caping for his actions. Like, you literally just were caping for, like, why he was meeting with Trump and that, like, all this stuff, like, Trump supporters.
He used his music as an outlet to cape for that.
Yeah, to cape for that.
I don't think it was like that.
Yeah. Like, overall, I mean, I'm just going to call it like I see it. This is not complicated to me. Kanye has mental health problems, but Kanye also is trying to sell music and sell whatever the hell he's pushing. Like, he knows that being controversial and being all over Twitter and being all over the media is going to sell Yeezy sneakers, it's going to sell Yeezy clothing, it's going to sell tickets, it's going to sell songs, albums.
So you think it's all for the bag?
Yeah, and he's selling out. It's whatever. Like, if he wants to do it, it's his choice. He's a man. He can do whatever the hell he wants. He's being.
If it's all for the bag, why is he so emotional? I don't think it's all for the bag.
No, that's why it's all for the bag. Like what I said, he has mental health problems and he's trying to chase this bag. Him being emotional helps him so more because it brings more attention.
Telling him right from wrong.
That's another thing. You know, I personally work with mental health people. I've seen people with bipolar disorders, they don't be doing that much. I don't like the fact that he goes on social media and that he says, oh, you know I have a bipolar disorder. This is why I'm doing this. Like,
that's what I'm saying. What? I 100% agree with you. Like, ain't nobody with bipolar disorder who don't got a Twitter verification going on Twitter to tweet. Like, no one's doing that. Like, it's just not, like, it's attention seeking. Like, bipolar people don't do that.
Yeah, I feel like him saying, yo, I have But I didn't like the fact on the Ye album that he was saying it's fun to have mental health issues. That was stupid as fuck. That was the dumbest shit I've ever heard because no one with a mental health issue is sitting there saying it's fun to have a mental health issue.
Yeah. Like, look at Pete Davidson. Look what he posted. His man's suicidal thoughts and all this stuff, right? And he's never going out here on Twitter rants, no matter what happens to him. Never. He's never talking in the public like that. And he got the verified check on his Twitter. He actually has mental health problems. He's someone who actually needs help. Kanye, I'm not denying he has mental health problems, but what I am saying, he's more of a businessman than he is a mental health patient.
I think Kanye does.
But then I question all of his ways because he was acting up and he was acting weird before Drake. It wasn't just Drake. He did it with Jay-Z too.
I'm not talking. Yeah, he's done it with so many people. It's not just Drake. He does this all the time. He did this with Ray J. Like, no one talks about it. Like, because when they dropped that hit at first. Wait, how was that different? Like, dude, he even said Drake fucked his wife. We're not gonna pretend like all of us didn't see that tweet. Ray J fucked his wife before he was married, so why are you mad? I hit it first. This is a fact.
Ray J to go.
Gee,
Okay,
we don't talk
now
about
is
it.
Kanye, all right. Is Kanye, all right, we already know he's wild, so we're not even going to excuse the tweets. But let's just say, like, for some reason, wild is, like, okay, it's the norm. Is he out of pocket for what he's doing with Drake? Like, who's wrong?
No, I don't think he's out of pocket for what he's doing with Drake. I think Drake is wrong with this. I think Drake has had a terrible 2018. Drake's 2018 has been super suspect.
Kanye.
Even towards Kanye. I think in general, his 2018 has been super suspect with everything that he's been tied into. I'm not accusing him of anything. I'm not saying he's done any wrongdoing. Obviously, if there was any wrongdoing, there would be investigations into it. I think his entire connections with X and everything that went down with him. I think his entire connection with Push and everything that's going down with Push and that camp, and now everything that's going down with Kanye. Like, there's layers to it. I'm not a fan of the Push album, but when he was talking on Infrared, he was talking about there was layers to it like an onion. He was gonna peel them back. There's layers that we don't know about that we can't even speak on because we don't have that knowledge. We don't have that information.
We don't really know.
That information is in that group of people, and that's why I don't necessarily feel too comfortable talking about it because I don't have all the information. I feel like I'm not in a point where I can have an opinion on this because that information is not public.
I feel like just looking at the cover, Drake has fans that will do whatever for Drake for nothing.
He was paying those cats that jumped on Push's stage. He paid those cats.
He supposedly paid them. Those
are OVO paid.
Sebastian has a point. We don't have enough information to have true opinions on what's going on, but I think I agree with him 100%. It's suspect. It's so suspect. Everything that's happening with all because Drake has connections in all this drama. All of it. It's suspect. I 100% agree.
It's Drake, though. It's Degrassi. I got shot at the back.
But you hear Drake talking. Like, Drake likes to wild out on tracks. He talking on mob ties. I fuck with a mob and I got ties. Like maybe he really fucking gangster out here in these streets.
He's saying some thug shit like he thugs, but back at, like, I don't
Drake
think...
named Aubrey.
It's super suspect, bro. That's how the gangsters do it in Canada, bro.
That man named Aubrey, and he wants to act tough now. So he's Drake.
He's big man's.
Yeah, he's big man's on the street. You hear him rapping in his fucking... He goes, last week I had nothing. I'm like, what accent is that? Like, I don't know. Like, Drake out here, like, really wild. Like,
what do you mean what accent is that? You know exactly where the accent came from. The man went to London.
You saw that Instagram video of him?
British.
You saw that Instagram video?
I saw the Instagram video of him drinking the champagne. I was laughing the whole time.
Like, what accent is that? Where is he from?
Like, you know,
I left it alone. I left it alone.
You know what happened when he's lost? Drake is
lost. He was trying to be light skinned. Let him not light skinned. Why are you mad at him? Why are you mad at him?
Drake is further lost than Kanye. Let me explain you this. Because he's having identity issues. He doesn't know who he is as a person, as an artist. Look how he's talking. He didn't talk like that at the beginning. But that's not growth. He didn't talk like that at the beginning of his career. His voice changed. His voice is different. That's not Drake, bro.
Yo,
what is he talking? He's trying to be with Reed.
Yeah,
he can't
facts.
be.
He's trying to be
He can't be Caribbean, so he's trying to keep that vibe with him, but he can't do it. Now he's trying to be in England, and he's trying to do that whole grime scene, and that's not for
Grime.
him.
You think
Like, that's not
Drake
his
is-
vibe.
And Drake
Now he's trying to do the whole
Atlanta
Canada
too.
thing too. He's
Canada
trying to do the
and
Miami
Atlanta.
thing.
Atlanta,
He's trying to do the
Miami.
Louisiana thing. Like, we're not doing that.
Explain
He's
the
trying-
Miami
yes,
thing.
it's not
Wait,
like
in
What
the
was he trying to
Miami
do? What was
thing?
he trying to do?
Wait, hold up. Because he be running with all these Miami cats too, and he be down here too, like all the time. It's different, and that's a part of the connection to X too. Like he wants to run everything because he can't have the one thing he wants, which is high key Rihanna. Let's talk about it. That's a fact. I don't think
so. I don't think that's what it is.
I don't
just
think.
think.
I don't think. That's
I
what it
think
is.
he himself is having identity issues, and that's the way I'm gonna leave it. I think he's lost in his own mind, the same way that Kanye
because
is.
he's lost. He wants to run
To a
everything.
different
He's
respect.
lost. He wants everything. That's what people do when they lost. They try to hit every corner. That's what he's doing. He's trying to see where he is, but in a very
Or
wide
maybe
way.
the fact that he's trying to hit every corner is he's just trying to get everyone on his wagon. I mean, that makes more sense than being lost.
But that's
if
weird,
I'm
though.
trying
They
to
just
get,
want the
if
giant
I'm trying to
following.
get fans, if I'm trying to get fans, you damn right, bet I'm going to fucking
But
London.
Drake's
I'm
not
hitting the
chasing
Caribbean.
fans, no.
I'm
Drake's not
going
trying to
everywhere.
He's not trying to get
But Drake don't have to.
His
But
career.
Drake don't have to chase them. Drake just has to pop up, do a couple songs with their favorite artists, do a little sound like them, and leave. That's what he does. London loved Drake.
That's facts.
When Drake was on that London vibe, Drake was #1 in London. Niggas don't know that Drake was on charts up in London with their favorite
on
rappers.
Spanish
Drake
charts
got,
too with
Drake
the-
got
with the
songs,
Mule song.
exactly. With Spanish
But
Drake, Drake
that
is trying to
song
hit
slapped.
everything. Drake not.
Yeah, but
Drake,
you
I
got-
don't think he's talking to
But
everyone because
that's
he's
fan
lost. I
chasing.
think Drake is just being. I think Drake is being a businessman. Drake is hitting
Well,
every
that's
time.
not the
Drake
case,
on
man.
He's a
songs.
culture
Wait, let me-
vulture.
Drake has
He's a
songs
known
that
vulture.
we haven't
He's a
heard.
known vulture.
Hold up, T. Wait.
He's a known
Yeah.
vulture. He's a
Can I
known
explain to
vulture.
you why this? Wait, can I explain to you why it's not a businessman?
Why
I'll
he's
break
trying
this
to
down
get a
you
bag
right now.
being a vulture?
No, wait, he's not even trying to get a bag because let me tell you, you know who's hiring
He's trying to get a
Drake
bag.
this week? Nah, listen to me. You don't know the facts because Forbes already dropped their list. We already seen the list of who made most money this year in rap, and you know who's ahead of Drake? Kendrick Lamar. You see Kendrick do any of this shit? Do you know
Damn.
which
So
businesses
what's
Kendrick's
Drake
on?
doing?
Exactly. Drake
Kendrick
not
ain't
making
this
money
shit.
off of
No,
it.
wait.
dropped-
Kendrick had that whole Black Panther thing. You don't know how much bread he got from that.
So he dropped one He didn't even drop a Kendrick album. He helped. He produced. He curated a playlist, an album for
He
a
basically
movie.
has a
But
bro,
he's not getting
the
money
Black
from
album.
Black Panther other than
Most
for
of the
that
most of the money from the Black Panther album is going to him. Then he's getting money
Well,
from the Black
alright,
Panther
no,
movie
because
itself.
people don't
All the
know because-
advertisements that have to do with Black
No,
Panther.
artists.
But
No, that
Kendrick's
doesn't
getting
go to
a
him.
hefty chunk. Really?
That doesn't.
You
no,
don't
that
think
doesn't
so?
go to him. No, I'll tell you why it
Come
doesn't
on.
go to him. Because artists. First of all, most of their money does not come from shit like making songs and shit because that goes to the label first. The label gets most of it. Kendrick has a good label where he gets some more than most other artists because of Top Dog. But remember, he's still on a major label. Plus, the movie's getting a lot of that money too. Those movie producers and shit, Hollywood
Well,
ain't giving Kendrick
he's also
money.
not just on Top Dog. He's on other labels too.
Yeah, he's on Interscope. That's what I'm saying. Like,
So
there's a lot
yeah,
of
all-
people taking money from his music.
His music's money is
So
going
why is
everywhere.
why is he making more money off curating one album that it's not a Kendrick album? Drake doing music videos, doing features, going on tour, dropping his own album, dropping Spanish songs, and Kendrick still making more money than you. It's not about money. I 100% agree with Sebastian. It's an identity crisis. Drake don't make money.
You really
doing
think
all
he's
this
lost?
shit.
Like he
Yeah.
really needs
I
help?
think he's lost. He's genuinely
Yeah.
lost. He needs help.
I think he needs Wayne. I think he needs Wayne.
Call him.
That Wayne and
It's
Drake
not
album
Wayne,
never
bro.
dropped.
Call him. Call Wayne. I don't know why he can't do that. I don't know why he has to do it in public. Because think about it. Like, I'm just saying, money-wise, he's not doing it for money. And if he's trying to figure himself out, it's that he's doing it in public, right? No one else be doing it in the public like him. That man have 36 million followers or something like that. I don't want to hear shit about him chasing fans or trying to keep his fans up like they already ain't riding him. Like, it's just facts. They're already riding him. He doesn't need to chase fans no more.
I mean, what I'm saying with the different sound, he was talking about like he was trying to mimic like the Latin sound and the Caribbean sound,
Vulturing, yeah. He
the
vultured.
London sound. I'm not talking about when I meant fans. Yeah, we already know he has fans in America. He's gonna stand. His fans
He has
are gonna
fans
stand in
everywhere.
America.
No,
I'm
his
saying
fans are
his
gonna
point.
stand everywhere.
Yeah, I'm saying his point of changing up his sound and his look was to help out the fans that he has everywhere. Drake has to not only think about what's going on here, but he has to think about the fans that he has worldwide. That's why I'm
No, but
saying,
I'm not-
like, you might see different looks and different sounds from Drake. I don't pay it no mind, because I feel like it's for somebody else. Like he's trying to hit somebody else right now.
I disagree because
But that video
those
he
fans are
posted on
staying with him.
Instagram, that video he posted on Instagram is not going at anybody else. That's himself
No, yeah,
trying to be
that's
himself.
himself trying to be
He's having an
himself.
identity.
He's not making money. He's not making money.
That's the
He's
whole
not
point.
watching out for fans off of this because fans gonna listen to him whether he rapping Take Care,
Perfect.
which
So
is his
Drake's
best
not
album.
making money. Drake's just doing
Exactly.
Drake. Drake
He's
at home.
finding
Drake
Drake at home
making
sipping.
money.
Drake at home sipping bubbly under the sun, talking wild,
While
trying to
making
get played.
bread.
Why are
Drake's
you
not
afraid
doing
of this
Drake.
Drake? Like,
No, I'm
this
not
is what
afraid
saying.
of
This
this
is
Drake.
what-
I'm just
no,
saying
not
Drake
you.
is wilding out.
This is all about Kanye. We started talking about Drake because of Kanye. Why is he afraid of this Drake? I'm not afraid of bubbly, sunshine, lovey-dovey. Drake, like what?
Kanye afraid of him because Drake got a lot of suspect connections in 2018, bro.
100% agree. That's why. Talk
Drake
about
got
it,
people hurt
Sebastian.
this year. Drake got people hurt this year. That cat went to the hospital, bro.
Yeah.
Homie got stabbed after the Pusha concert.
This isn't the first
Now,
time
what I
it's
want to
happened
know,
either.
you said
It's not even the
you
first
guys
time.
said it. You said that was OVO paid. Was there proof that was OVO paid?
Yeah.
I can't give you definitive proof on
We can't
that,
give you
but
definitive proof, but high.
So, but
Because come
rumors,
out on
bro,
outlets, like,
he's in a fight with Puss. Lily, you know how
he
big
bought
rumors is?
he bought out
He bought out the
two
first two rows.
He bought
the
out
first
the
two
first
rows.
two rows.
Niggas have been
That's my
doing
new
that
point.
since before Jay-Z. That's not new. I laughed at
I'm
that
not
shit.
saying it's new, but we're saying
That's
that's
a
a clear
boss
connection.
move. That's
It's
a
not a
fucking
That's
boss
a threat,
move.
bro.
It's
That's
a
a
threat.
boss move, bro.
Bro, that's
That's
a
why-
threat,
that's why
bro.
50 Cent
That's
did
not
that
boss
to
move.
Ja
That's
Rule.
threat.
That's why
That's
50
threat.
Cent
No, that's
did
a
that to
boss
Ja
move.
Rule.
That's saying,
Listen,
yo,
let me
nigga,
tell you something.
No, if
Let me tell you something about beef now, Dave. No,
if I'm
let me tell you
performing
something about
and the
beef
first
now,
two
Dave.
front rows are missing, if I'm performing and the first two front rows are missing, I'm feeling the type of way. That looks bad. That's a boss move. That's, yo, nigga, I'm gonna fuck your shit up because I can.
But the
I got
first two
this
front
bread.
rows
That's
aren't
what it is.
missing. It's not
But it
about
didn't
the
make him
artist
look
doing
hard,
that.
bro. It didn't even make him look hard.
Yeah, it makes him look like a bitch, if anything. And it's not about making the artist look bad. It's more about fucking with the artist's money. Right? It's not even about fucking with their money. You're not doing anything. You know why? Because the people who don't show up to the shows, because Drake bought those shit, he still got mad at other people showing up to the shows that are going to fill up the front row. Pusha not even
Right.
going to notice until they tell him that. Because he got all the money from it either way.
But it's a
what you
mind
feeling
game,
like,
dog.
for real?
Like, niggas
It's
been
not a
doing
mind game.
Mind game ain't
Pusha
new.
don't
If
notice
I
until
buy
after you
your
tell
two-
him.
Come on.
Pusha don't
That's a
notice until
mind
after
game.
you tell him.
That's like, yo, I'm buying your whole two front rows. Like, yo, that's like, damn, this nigga just bought my two front rows. That's like niggas fucking with your head. Just like you playing ball, niggas get in your head.
You know what's funny
niggas
though?
gonna get in your head.
Have you seen any clips from the Pusha tour? There's no seats. It's a floor. So he buying the first two rows of a floor. So Pusha not gonna notice. Like, what are we talking about here? We're talking about Drake
Now,
just wilding.
with the Pusha thing, I thought his thing. I could be wrong, but I thought his thing was set up just like how most artists have it now. They have the stage with the
he's
floor.
doing small shows. He's with
Oh
the
yeah,
floor.
yo, someone was roasting him. They said that he was performing out of a restaurant. I forgot what fucking restaurant it was, but I laughed. When he was performing,
He's performing
I gotta
small
look it up.
shows.
Yeah.
He's in Europe right now, I think. He's in Europe performing small shows.
Yeah,
Most artists do
international
that.
money. Whoa.
Yeah. He's touring
Make no
in Europe.
mistake, overseas
yeah, wait.
bread is.
It's not
serious.
even about the size of the show. I couldn't give a fuck about the size of an artist's show, right? If you selling out arenas, good for you. That don't make you a good artist.
Yeah, for real. Russ had a lot selling out arenas. Man sold out Staples like he said he was gonna do it.
He did it. He sold out Staples. Like, and you know how many motherfuckers clown Russ? Like, so
I remember being on board saying, you know what? I gave Russ a listen, and his last project wasn't bad. And
I've
he
listened
dropped
to his
some-
last project. I think
And
Russ
he
is
dropped,
not
and
bad.
he dropped a nice single. I fucked with it. It was very instrumental. It was called the Flute Song. And niggas clown me for it.
Nah.
Now niggas want to ride
I
Russ.
still clowning to this day.
Ain't nobody's riding
not
Russ.
riding Russ.
We're not
Nobody's
riding
riding
Russ.
Russ.
We not
We're
Russ
just
saying
saying that he
like
sold
I
out
think I
Staples.
caught
Like,
Danny.
anybody
I
can sell out
caught
a
Danny
stadium.
one day on Twitter, and I retweeted it. I was like, "Oh, now you want to say good shit about Russ?"
I don't think Russ is trash. I'm not.
Why do you?
When
why
I
do you,
said,
wait,
"Yo, this
my
song,"
whole thing
no,
is,
I think he was one
why
of
do
the
you
people
think
that was
everything has to
clowning
be
me for Russ.
polarizing, Terrell? There's middle grounds. You don't have to be all the way on one end or all the way on the other end. There's middle grounds.
Bro,
I've been
niggas
to a
said
Russ
Russ
concert.
was trash, and then those same niggas was like, "Russ ain't bad." That's what I'm saying.
I never said that. I never said Russ was trash. All I'm saying is that Look, me and Sebastian went to a Rush concert in like 2016. Like we've been there. Like,
Oh,
it's
did y'all
not,
have fun?
like, new.
I want to go to a Rush concert. It looks like
Yeah, it was fun.
But we
The
went to
problem
it was
is-
a small show. It wasn't
It was
a big show. It was a small show.
It was a small show in Fort Lauderdale. Like we met Russ. Like we met that motherfucker. I talked to him for like I had a little conversation with him on the meet and greet. We talked a little. Like we have to understand that Russ.
What did you say? What did you
is
ask?
not that well deserved. I just
What was his
talking about,
vibe?
like doing shit. Russ cocky, right? But I don't care if you
He
cocky.
seems
You're allowed
cocky.
to be cocky. Like you're allowed to
Yeah.
be cocky. It's whatever. I don't care what you are. That's all you. That's a you thing, right? I don't think the Russ hate is deserved. People just like to pick someone to hate on, and they'll do it. It's the same thing with J. Cole. People hated on J. Cole because motherfuckers saying he went double plat with no feature.
That's
It's a
meme,
fact. It's a meme, but people stick by it. I know motherfuckers who tell me, "Oh, Jay trash. Yeah, he trash." I'm like, "Y'all actually think that?" And they're like, "Yeah, I think he garbage. He's boring." So memes turn into actual people's opinions because people don't know how to formulate their own opinions.
That's
And that's
Wait,
it.
when you said Jay, you meant like.
I said
J.
J. Cole.
Oh, okay,
J.
all
Cole?
right.
Okay.
Yeah, people call him
Yeah.
J. Cole, but like.
They do. A lot of people say J. Cole boring, and I can see that. Sometimes his music is not
No, and I agree.
know,
Like, there's some times
lively,
where, like,
and new
Yeah,
age.
like when he does his folding clothes thing, he's gonna lose people who just want hype. Yeah,
exactly, and that's the thing. People will not go in and jump into an artist's whole like catalog because they saw something on the internet and then they heard the song people was talking about that was boring, and they'll be like, "Ah, he trash," and that's it. So it's just that's how music is. But we should get back to Ye, like overall to the whole thing. Just back to topic because we've been talking about artists in general. Back to Ye.
Drake
We
ain't
talking
doing nothing
about
in
the Drake
Calabasas, dog. What do you got to be afraid of him?
You don't-
talking
you can pull
about
strings
my
from
daughter
anywhere.
lived to the right, Saint lived to the right. Shut the fuck up, bro. Like, how y'all saying he's right for doing that? Like, did y'all read the Twitter rant? Come on, he's out of his mind. There's no way Drake is pulling up on Kanye's house in Calabasas.
He done it before. That's how he fucked his wife.
You think he did it in Kanye's house? No, Kim walked that. You know what? We don't even know that that's true. I'm not gonna say that.
Well,
if
Kanye-
it did happen, if
Kanye
it did happen, Kim got her ass over to Drake's house, and that's what he did. He didn't go over there.
You bold. I think he went over there. He's the type.
He went over there while she was on SNL.
You know what?
He was on
You're
SNL.
not gonna forget
Seb,
about
you're
that.
so right. You're so right. He is the type because he did a boss move. He did something that I would do if I was being petty. He said, "What's up?"
Terrell snitching on himself.
He said,
Yeah, for
"What's
real.
good?"
He just dry snitch, bro. He just dry snitch, bro.
He said, "What's good with the fam?" To what's her face?
To
No.
Chris.
Bold.
To Chris.
Yeah, to Chris. He said,
Yeah, bro. Nah, but they really on some reality TV shit right now. That just might like have some real shit behind it. But to me, it's all a money grab by Ye. Drake is suspect, but overall, like we should like pay attention to people doing actual good. Like, cause Ye out here wilding. But let's look at his counterpart. Jay-Z is out here doing good things for the community and like not
Facts.
wilding out. So why don't we talk about Jay-Z helping with?
but we're not
prison
going to
reform
put
or-
like when you say counterpart, let's not put Kanye and Jay-Z on the same level.
who's better.
Are they
Jay.
not?
All right, thank you.
Contemporaries
I agree
of each
they're
other?
better, but they're both contemporaries.
If
of each other.
anything, Kanye's Jay's son. That's like
I would say Jay's son.
Yeah,
No, I would say his
Jay's
son.
big brother.
Jay's
Jay's
brother.
son,
Kanye-
that nigga.
No.
But it's not
Kanye
son.
was producing. Kanye was producing without Jay-Z's help in Chicago
Yeah.
before
Kanye
all that.
was
No, I
Nice,
get
bro.
that, but I mean, once Kanye started acting like Jay was fam, Jay treated that nigga like a son. Jay called that nigga in the middle of a performance and said, "Yo, don't speak on my name ever again." Like, yo, that's son shit. That's sonning. Yo, I sunned you.
I mean,
No,
that's
that's
hard
not.
body.
That's not son. See, that's a boss. That's a boss move, bro.
That's a
All right,
That's
okay,
a
so that's
boss
boss
move.
moves. That's
That's a
moves,
real
not
boss
sonning?
move. That ain't sunning him because he's not trying to like embarrass him or nothing. He's just talking to him like, "Yo, don't speak on my name like that," and that's it. That's a fact.
Okay,
Right?
so like
That's
when-
an
all
OG
right, so
move. That's an
okay,
OG
so
That's
like
OG.
That's
But
okay,
I want to
okay,
talk about what
that's boss
Sebastian
move.
said. Wait, let Sebastian talk. Sebastian was saying something about they're both contemporaries. I agree with you.
That's what I think. I'm just saying that. Terrell said
You
they're
think like
not
they
contemporaries.
partners? Like,
They're
nah.
They are definitely contemporaries
They
of
dropped
each
a
other.
collab album together. Like, it wasn't like, oh, father son collab album. It was brother collab album. Like, it was
Okay, who's Big Brother? Jay's Big Brother.
But I know
They're
people
not on
who will
the same
capture
level. They're
Kanye.
not on
bro.
the same level, bro. They're
But
not on the
people
same
are-
level.
Nobody's saying they are. We're saying they're contemporaries.
agree
They work
with
in
you,
the
but I'm
same
saying-
era.
Yeah, they're the same era. They both
Okay.
early 2000s, right? That's when they came. That's when they blew up, right? That's when they were boom. That's
Oh, okay, so they're like the
Jay-Z,
same class.
Kanye.
They're the same class.
Yeah, they're the same
Yeah.
class. It's like the same graduation class. Like, you have to understand what they're saying, and they're close. So when I say like counterpart, that's what I mean, because they're always brought up together. So what I'm saying is Jay-Z is doing so much good for the community, so many things that are just actual good deeds, and not just saying I'm going to talk about mental health. That we should be talking about Jay-Z and his actions more. We should be talking about Migos' action for his community too. The donations they do, all the stuff that he's doing. We should be talking about how TDE is having their Christmas event, their annual Christmas event, where it's a toy drive, food drive, and they're helping people like back in their community where they're from. Like, that's the actual things we should be talking about. Is that there's rap out here and entertainers out here that are willing to do good and not just talk about it. Just saying.
Yeah, but I feel like, in a way, okay, so I feel like it's weird if an artist goes out and talks about all the good shit they're doing. So we don't really hear
You're right,
much.
100%.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily weird. I don't think weird's the right word, but you're not supposed to flex that.
Yeah,
No, you're not supposed to flex that.
That's not,
but
yeah,
we're
that's not the
supposed to
flex.
talk about that. I don't think Jay-Z
Well-
should be like, look at all the good shit I'm doing. But I'm saying we should talk about that so we understand some positivity. I don't need to talk about
But I feel
Kanye
like-
Twitter meltdown.
I feel like Jay gets his credit. Jay's always on his woke shit.
Yeah, but he don't always get his credit because
No, I think Jay
look at what we're
definitely
talking
gets
about. I think he
Jay
gets
gets his
credit.
credit.
I think he gets credit, but like, there's
I think he gets
so many
credit,
other
but
things
it
to
doesn't
talk
get
about.
enough
Get
airplay.
highlighted. It's not highlighted.
Right, yeah, it's not
Okay.
as highlighted as the fuck shit that goes around.
Because
But
turn
it's just
on
because
academic stream, and what's he going to talk about?
Because the fuck shit is what gets attention.
Exactly.
the fuck
Those
shit's
numbers.
but yeah, the
It's
fuck
what
shit
we
is
give
what's
attention. That's what we're giving our attention, because they're not this. They're playing it because we like motherfuckers want to hear that shit. If we say
Facts.
I don't care, then they're gonna start playing actual shit like that is real. Because Jay-Z going
I
on
fuck with that.
CNN for people who watch CNN, that's cool. I love that. Like, but kids aren't watching CNN. Like, kids don't know who Van Jones is. So why the fuck we gonna keep talking about the fuck shit when the younger generation should be hearing about the good shit?
I feel like the kids aren't gonna flock to Jay-Z regardless.
Yeah,
You're a kid, you don't flock to Jay-Z. When I was a kid,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
we
flock
have-
to Jay-Z. I had
No,
to get
I-
older to like start listening to Jay-Z.
and that's what I'm saying.
Jay-Z sound is mature.
Nah.
Nah, because I heard Jay-Z.
You're not gonna
We've
tell
all
me
heard
nah.
Jay-Z
Jay-Z
when
sound
we
is
were young.
mature.
I'm saying,
Yeah, of
no,
course.
we all
But you
heard
didn't
Jay-Z.
focus on
Jay-Z,
it.
though.
You didn't think about the message, bro. You're not gonna say
Motherfucker
nah
was
like you
11
was a
years old
kid.
talking
I'm not
about
talking about you,
comic
Danny. I'm
books.
talking about Antonio. You're not gonna say nah when you was a kid. You was woke off Jay-Z lyrics. Come on, you know what
Jay-Z, but I'm not gonna say.
Hey, then he was a woke kid,
Yeah.
bro. He was a woke kid.
You focus on all that shit when you focus on all that stuff when you get older. And social media is run
Yeah, but
by
Jay was still playing on
young-
the radio though when we were kids.
yeah, but we're talking about like the influence. Social media is run by the young mind. The young mind
of
is going to
course.
go towards the young mind's going to go to conflict. Kanye's the definition of some retarded ass conflict that's going to get views. This nigga, you don't hop up and say you need to pay me respect. I paved the way. What the fuck? Now
He's
I'm
not
never,
wrong.
Now
He's not incorrect.
He's not wrong. Yeah,
He's
he's
not
not
incorrect.
wrong.
he's not
If he
wrong.
dropped
Drake
it
said
on
himself
Twitter,
Kanye was a
because
genius.
now
That's
I'm never gonna publicly be like, yeah, I'm giving him that credit because this nigga he jumped the boat.
What boat?
What boat he
He
jumped?
jumped
What
the
do you-
gun.
nah,
nigga.
he
Jumped the
didn't
gun.
jump
Jumped
the
the boat. He jumped
What
the gun,
gun?
nigga.
What gun?
What you mean?
Yeah.
He did it.
What are
Like,
you
I already
talking
been
about?
on that.
They admitted it. Drake admitted it.
Drake said that shit before. Kanye.
Yeah, that's why
was an
Kanye.
I sent you that link
He said,
today,
"Hey,
too,
you."
bro.
I know you said
I'm
9,
your inspiration.
bro.
Do your research.
I read
Drake
the
out.
link. I read the link, but you don't just go. No. What I'm saying is when I say he jumped the gun, like he jumped when that was supposed to happen. Like he wasn't like Kanye right now. When I'm saying he jumped the gun, Kanye right now that 2 days ago Kanye, that rant Kanye, should not have been on Twitter saying,
No, you.
I paved the way, I'm the
all that,
greatest.
we
Like,
know that.
Okay,
He didn't say,
but
he
he's not
never
incorrect.
said he was the greatest. He said he was a great, which is not
He said
wrong.
he's
'cause
a
he is
great, and he paved the way for
Yeah, he's
Drake,
not wrong,
and he
so
did
yeah.
pave the way for Drake. If it's not for Kanye, Drake is not the same
Go
artist.
ask Drake. Ask Drake
Music
as an
paved-
early artist what his most influential album was, and
we're not
100%
disagreeing.
he's
We're
gonna
not
say
disagreeing because he
808s.
verbatim
He's
said
gonna
it.
say
I'm not,
808s.
I'm not disagreeing on that. I'm saying he at that time should have never had that. That should not be coming out of his mouth, his
I don't
phone.
care.
He
Wait,
jumped the gun. That was not the right time to do it. If it was for
But I'm not
publicity,
saying
if
what
it was
should
for
be coming out
talk,
of
if it
his
was to
mouth.
be, yeah, if it was to be 100% right, he should not have said that then. If he was going to say that, it was not then. That's what I mean. He jumped the gun. If this was coming out of his mouth, like if he had planned to say that, or this was the way he was trying to go about it, it was not then. It was definitely not then. And I feel like he lost
You mean
people and he
jump the
got
gun
weird looks
and, like, when
because
you
he
lost
said
people,
that.
that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
You
jump the gun means you did it
because
too
you lost
early.
people.
Yeah, that's what it meant. You jumped the gun. You jumped
But
the
it
gun.
don't
You
make
did
him
it too
incorrect.
early. That wasn't the
That's what I'm
time.
saying. But we're talking about public perception of it. Public perception, fine. Motherfuckers are gonna say, nah, he just wilding. But he's still correct. Like, I'm not gonna lie. That's one of the one things that I saw him say where I was like, all right, Kanye, facts. Like, in a long time. In a long time. In like 2 years. That's one of the things he said. And I'm like, all right, Kanye finally knows some shit.
And does that mean just because you paved the way that you are not entitled to the smoke too if someone has a beef with you?
I don't think Drake is paying him enough respect.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm gonna say the way I view the story, and then I want you guys to actually fill me in and tell me if I'm wrong. But to my knowledge, the story goes on as this: Drake and Kanye was working together. They was friends. Drake has a record that Kanye won't let him put out. They start beefing. Drake and Kanye slowly mingle together, and they, whatever, it's fixed for now. Drake and Kanye start working again together. Drake helps Kanye produce a whole bunch of shit. That happened. Drake, in his mind thinking, oh, we're together, I helped you on this, is expecting Kanye to clear his shit for him. Kanye does not clear his shit for him. Drake is like, feel shaded. I would feel shaded if I help you do some stuff, work on a whole bunch of stuff, and you can't clear a song for me?
Nah, but
after
you
I
know
just
that
helped
Lift
you out
Yourself
with this?
song was meant for Drake, though,
Yeah,
right?
I think
that's what I'm talking
you're
about.
having a
Lift
really
Yourself
Drake
was-
biased timeline on this, though.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
that's why I'm
this is
asking
exactly-
you.
that's what Drake said
Before
in
I
the
started,
LeBron
listen, let me finish. Before I started, I said, correct me when I'm wrong, when I'm done. This is just how I viewed it, and I'm asking for correction. So I'm not done yet, though. So that's how I feel. I feel like there is that Kanye song that Drake is waiting on clearance for. Drake went after all the beef, they meshed up together and they started working together. And I would expect, if I was Drake, to have Kanye clear my song for me after we finish helping. Now, after that, Drake is jaded. When niggas is jaded, whatever happens, if that's the beef, then beef is beef. I would have beef with someone if I helped you on something and then you can't clear a song for me. That's how I viewed it. And then the beef just start from there. I don't know the specifics, but the beef just started from there. That's how I feel the beef started.
My couple of problems with that.
But no, but tell me if I'm wrong. You guys were saying like
No,
this
this is
and
what I'm
that.
saying.
I think your timeline is a little bit off.
Your timeline is
So
exactly
fix it.
what Drake
Fix it
said.
for me.
That's what Drake. That's literally what Drake said in the LeBron interview. In that
Because
LeBron
for me-
Q interview.
What happens is
Drake didn't say anything about
Once
the
Drake-
2009 project on the interview.
once Kanye didn't put that record out, didn't clear it for him, it didn't just go like straight to them like not talking. That whole time Drake was sending subliminals at him and shit and talking to people that he shouldn't have been talking to and messing with people that he shouldn't have been messing with to fuck with
And he was
Kanye.
salty. Yeah,
And then when
he was salty.
and then when Kanye was like, you know what, let's forget this beef shit, let's be men, let's act grown, let's put it behind us. That's what he meant. Let's put it behind us, bro. Like, he's not gonna clear that record for him ever at any point, and I don't expect him to.
That's fucked
He doesn't
up.
have to.
But it's
He
not
doesn't
He
have
doesn't
to.
have to. Yeah, you're
As
right.
an
but-
artist, he doesn't have to do that. Like,
Okay,
like,
so
nah,
be
that's
ready
the
for
lift
some
yourself
beef,
beef
nigga.
No, but that's
No,
Ready
the
for some
beef
beef?
came before that. The beef came before
Yeah.
that. Kanye said nothing about Kanye on.
about Drake.
Kanye said nothing about Drake on any record, and Drake was out there talking wild on his name, disrespecting the man.
So why didn't he clear it? What was the reason?
Because he wanted to
I don't know the
himself.
reason. I don't know.
So
the
you think
reason.
there?
He didn't want to
So you
clear
think
it.
that there
He
was
wasn't
beef?
comfortable
You think
with
there was
clearing it.
beef before 2009?
No.
So then why would you
I
put
was
the
becoming rivals
2009
at one
record?
point.
We're not talking about
Because he didn't.
the
He wasn't. He didn't feel comfortable with it. I don't have that reason. He just didn't want to do it.
He just didn't want to clear something. Like him not wanting to clear something should not start a beef. And
I
if
would
you're
have
salty
beef
about it
with someone if we worked together and we made a song and then out of nowhere because of no reason, because we don't have a reason,
But
so
you're
I'm just going to
saying
say
no
that there's
reason.
no reason.
But we can't say that
Kanye
there's
was also
no
there.
reason.
You can't say that. You
You
can't
can't
assume
say that
that.
there's no
That's
reason
not fair
just
to
because you
assume.
don't know the reason. You could say that you don't know the reason, or if there
Bro,
is a reason.
when I read the banters between Drake and Kanye, Kanye never ever addresses. You see, this is where Kanye got y'all. Kanye never addresses the topic at hand. Kanye always want to talk about some shit that has nothing to do with the topic, and that's how niggas argue when niggas don't know what to say. Kanye never addresses that record. Never. What's the reason
He
for
doesn't
not
have
dropping
to.
it? Y'all are two great
He doesn't
artists.
want
What's the
to. He
reason
doesn't
for
want
not
to
dropping
clear
it?
it. He doesn't want
He
to
doesn't
clear
But
it.
if you're
That's
my
why I
friend,
wanna
no. Kanye said him and Drake were friends. They were best friends when they made this
No,
record.
say it
If
like that.
I'm your
Swear
friend, no. This is coming from his mouth. They said they was friends. This is from him. You can't say no. They both said this. If we're friends and we do something together, and you can't clear the shit we do together, I'm gonna feel some type of way.
No,
You're my
but it's
friend.
okay to feel some type of way, but you don't feel
So
some type
I'm
of way.
just
It
saying
makes
when
you wait,
niggas
but
feel
not
some
still.
type of
Relax.
way,
Hold up,
when
hold
niggas
up.
feel some type of way, shit happens.
Yo, let Danny get his word out. Let Danny get his word out.
Hold up. What I'm saying, because you just keep saying, "Oh, I'm gonna feel some type of way." All right, but you don't have to be a bitch about it. Like they pretend
Okay,
they don't got each other. They don't got each other's phone numbers, dog. Like I know they got each other's phone number. Talk about it like men. Sebastian was correct. Sebastian was correct in what he said. By like Drake started sending subliminals, started talking to a bunch of people he didn't need to be talking to. So instead of having a fucking phone call and a mature adult conversation,
Right.
Drake want to act hard. That's what I'm saying. Even you said it. Drake named Aubrey.
Yeah.
Drake named Aubrey from Toronto, had a pool in his backyard. And he
But
wanna
what's
act
wrong?
hard about
But
that.
this is where I can't blame Drake. I get your point. I understand you saying people have a
Have a
phone.
phone call. Make a phone
But
call.
when
dog.
has Drake
Like, I don't
when
get
has
it.
Drake done any of this? When has Drake done this stupid social media? Besides the interview, when has Drake gone on? And the interview wasn't even that bad. The interview was a great publicity thing. Drake has never done some like I was just
Yeah,
about
when
to say.
he was saucing that 16-year-old on Instagram.
Oh yeah, facts.
We're talking about Drake and Kanye. Drake and Kanye. Don't bring nothing else
You
into
said
the
ever.
argument.
No, you
Yeah,
said
like,
ever.
we're literally talking about.
No, but you said
You see when niggas wanna downplay people, you wanna bring something else into the argument. We're not talking about what Drake was
No,
doing
but you
with
said
No,
he
you
has
just
never-
said he never
you said
been
he
wild on
has
social
never
media.
done
That's
anything
just
Okay.
like that.
yeah.
So he
with this
hasn't done
Drake
anything.
with this Drake and Kanye beef, Drake hasn't done some wild shit on social media. He said subliminals in songs, but I'm gonna give a perfect example. So Drake and Kanye beefs, Kanye gets in his feelings off of subliminals. Drake has been throwing subliminals with Jay, and Jay has been throwing them back to him, and they're perfectly fine, like businessmen. They conduct themselves appropriately.
Yeah, but we're not, and this is what Sebastian
We're talking about
said
two
before.
unstable people.
Two
here, bro.
unstable people, and this is what Sebastian
Drake
said
ain't
before.
unstable. Drake
Drake
has-
is
Yes,
suspect.
he is.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he
Nah,
is
he's
unstable.
He's
Bro,
so
Drake is
unstable.
feeling himself, bro. If I had some nice light, a big pool, my bubbly, I got bitches
That's not
and
what
money,
we're
I'm
saying.
allowed
We're
to
not
feel
talking
myself.
about the video. We're talking about this motherfucker doesn't know who he is. Like, he doesn't. People who know who they are don't need to post themselves every 2 seconds with a different accent every day. People who know who they are don't do that. Like, they don't. Like, we know
Facts.
that. You know why? Because you don't do that. You know who you are, T. Like, I'm pretty sure I know who I am. Sebastian probably know who he is, too. Like, we know who we are.
Drake
We
dropped
don't
no.
need to be acting.
He dropped Know Yourself, and he don't know himself.
Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly. Good fucking point, bro. So this
But why y'all coming for Drake? This ain't
No,
about
because
Drake,
it's
know
not.
yourself.
Because Drake and Drake
Because
and
it's not
Kanye.
just
every couple
Kanye's
years.
fault. Because it's not
Bro,
Kanye's fault. We're
separate-
not blaming exclusively Kanye. For the beef, it's not only Kanye's fault that this is happening, that he hit his
So-
something.
All right, so we do want to wrap this up. We want to take a chance to shout out to everyone who's going to be listening and listening now, listening in the future. Thank you for the support. We
And
want
shout out to
every-
Smino for the great album.
Yeah, we want to shout out to every single person that we named on this podcast. We support your work, even if we were talking wild about you. No matter what we said, if we
Shout out
talked about you on this
Pizza.
podcast.
Shout out
Shout out
everyone
Emilio.
for real.
Podcast.
I love y'all. On North Side. On North
If we mentioned your name on this podcast, that means we're listening to your work and we're watching you. I want to go ahead and give the handles to all of our social media. It's The Florida Sound. You can just look it up on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. The email is thefloridasound@gmail.com. Everything is The Florida Sound. We're going to try to come to you guys at least once a week, and we'll keep in touch, see how it goes. If you have any requests, opinions, or feedback, go ahead and hit our email up or hit us up on social media. You guys want to